Hello, I hope y'all are having a great day. It's December 4th. And today I'm going to be talking about really this interesting pattern we're going to be going into next week. We're going to be seeing a pretty significant change on what we've kind of been seeing in the previous weeks. Uh, Potential winter storm and even severe weather. So, thank you for watching if you are. But let's go ahead and get into the video. So, start off on the severe weather side of things. This is the day 2 outlook, which is for tomorrow, Sunday, November 5th. We can see we have a slight risk that extends from northeast Texas all the way into even extreme southwest Kentucky there. And then on day 3, we just have a marginal risk in Texas and Louisiana. So that's going to be the first thing we talk about. Let's go ahead and kind of look at this. So what's going to be causing this severe weather is this storm system up in the upper Midwest. We can see that 997 millibar low, kind of in UP and Michigan there. Decent bit of snow as well with this. Nice bit of, we can see pretty clear cold front. Right here, some very cold air behind it. And yeah, so it's actually going to be bringing a decent amount of snow to areas in northern Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, UP, and Michigan. Yeah, we can see this is going to be Sunday, tomorrow night. Tomorrow late afternoon into tomorrow night's when we're going to be seeing the severe weather. So let's go over to pivotal weather. Let's get the NAM3 model here and get a decent sector here to look at this. We use composite reflectivity. And yeah, so let's go out to, so this is Monday. This is very late Sunday night, getting close to midnight. We can see we have some storms just starting to go off in this area. If the NAM3 pans out, this is looking like it's going to mainly be an overnight event. So that'll be kind of interesting. We can see we kind of have a line of storms form stretching from southern Indiana down to Oklahoma. And just by looking at this, looks like the main threats would be gusty winds. Let's take some soundings though. So let's take a sounding in northern Arkansas right here. And this is not that great. It is capped. Which I'd pretty much expect that. We have enough moisture and definitely like a 2 to 5% tour risk. Yeah, we have a 5%. Okay. Yeah, and not that bad. Let's take a sounding in Kentucky, a little bit further to the north. Maybe a little more of a tour threat. Still, though, we don't have a whole lot of instability and that kind of stuff. But I do think our main threats Sunday night are going to be damaging winds and some maybe a risk of a tornado or two, maybe a few tornadoes. Let's go ahead and take a look at instability though, because instability is going to be a bit on the. Instability will be a bit limited. We don't have a whole lot of instability. We have instability peaking out around 1,000 joules here. So nothing bad. Maybe getting up to around 1,500. So nothing like, I don't think we're gonna be seeing like an enhanced risk or anything. In fact, I think the potential for an enhanced risk is very low. But nevertheless, I do think we're gonna see a decent little tornado threat maybe in this area here. We'll have to see, and that kind of goes along with the SPC's, part of the SPC's 5%. They have the 5% in the slight risk for the south and even northeastern Texas. So let's go back over to the NAM3 here. Let's get this out just so I can get reflectivity again. Let's kind of see. So take a sounding right here. See if any of these storms in front of the line really have a potential. Yeah, I could definitely see a little bit of a tornado threat with this. We do have capping that could limit it a little bit. Not a lot of instability once again, but definitely shear profiles are supportive of a 5% total risk for sure. So I mean, yeah, I do see why the SPC has that for Southeast. Overall, I do agree with the SPC's 5% and slight risk. But at this time, this is Monday at 14Z, so we are getting into Monday's convective outlook because it goes from, right now, it goes from 7 a.m., like Sunday's convective outlook, which is day 2. It goes from 7 a.m. Sunday to 7 a.m. Monday. It goes into Monday morning. That's just how the SPC has it. We can see we have that marginal risk down here for Monday, which I do think that marginal risk will likely be extended further north. And maybe we could get a slight to go with that. We can see NAM3 indicates a pretty decent line of storms. Maybe a little Tor threat and damaging winds again. Maybe we could get. I think we could maybe have a chance of seeing a slight risk again on Monday. Yeah, and so I don't think we're gonna get an enhanced tomorrow. I think it's gonna stay slight. I do think we have a decent chance of seeing a few tornadoes. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting to see how this comes out. We'll check in on it in tomorrow's video or Monday if I don't do a video tomorrow. I don't. Yeah, let's go back over to the GFS now. That's pretty much it for that kind of stuff. I do think we're gonna see maybe more severe weather later in the week. It's a bit uncertain, but down across the south, we'll have to see. Maybe not that far west, but oh my gosh, okay, that's insane. Wow. Yeah, that's. I'm just gonna ignore that for now. This is the next thing I want to talk about. It's this potential winter storm that's going to be impacting the Northeast. So, gonna look at several models. Actually, let's go over to Pivotal Weather here, so we can just look at everything on Pivotal. See, kind of like we don't have to switch like websites or anything. Just make it a bit more simple for y'all. And I want to talk about that storm system next Sunday because the GFS has had that around, but it hasn't really gone crazy with it until the 18Z run. I will talk about that a little bit at the end of the video about what I think it's going to do. Yeah, so Tuesday, Monday night into Tuesday, Monday night, we could see maybe some snow mixing in the backside of this cold front. Nothing significant now. This is going to be really, I think we're going to see our first really decent northeast winter storm of the year coming. We can see coming in Wednesday morning. So we can see Wednesday at 12Z. We don't have anything too significant, really. Just some light snow. Maybe some moderate snow in some areas of PA, right over, even GFS indicates it right over New York City. Okay, I didn't want to do that, sorry. We can see throughout the day Wednesday, the snow just sticks around right over New York City, too. Look at that, even heavy snow maybe up towards Boston. So definitely, this could bring some pretty decent totals. If this happens like this, we're going to look at several different models. Let's go ahead and switch over to the Euro, see if the Euro has any major differences. Euro, oh my god, yeah, the Euro is very different. The Euro does not have as much heavy snow at all. You can see Wednesday afternoon we just have a little bit of light snow. It doesn't have it as far south. It doesn't have it as far south either. It doesn't have it making it in areas like New York City and almost not even Boston. But really just some light moderate snow. Euro is very different. Take a look at the Canadian, which is another model we can look at. It's kind of another one of these mid-range models, or long-range, I guess you could say. And this kind of agrees with the Euro a lot. You can see not a lot of heavy snow. It has this storm system moving a bit faster. And we do not have a lot of heavy snow, just some light to moderate snowfall. So we'll have to see. It's going to be interesting. Let's go and take a look at accumulations with both of these here. So the Canadian, just like overall, about an inch for that area. And take a look at the GFS, which GFS has a lot more, though. We can see it does not have a lot of snow accumulating around New York City, though. I guess temperatures are just too warm. Like warm enough, or cold enough for snow, but warm enough that it doesn't really accumulate at all. We can see further north, though. Look at these totals. They're like 2 feet. in coastal Maine up there. That is amazing. Um, a foot all the way down to Albany, even down in the southeastern New York, like to the north of New York City, we could see some decent totals. But that's just the GFS though. This area up here does have a good chance of seeing some good snow, but this area down here is very uncertain. Really, you could get a big. At this point, it's looking like you could get a big snowfall, or you could just get like a normal 1-2 inches. Um, we go over to the euro, and euro is similar to the Canadian. Let me fix this though. I gotta get total snowfall real quick. Sorry about that. Um, Very similar to the Canadian, about an inch to 2 inches. Maybe some heavier pockets if you get stuck in some bands, and some like moderate bands for a little bit. On the euro, like 3 inches there, in eastern Connecticut. Um, and once again, it doesn't have as much snow, even in the interior Northeast here, not as much. But still, once again, maybe a good decent amount up in Maine, coastal Maine. I mean, really the whole state. Um, just what we're gonna be looking at. It looks like maybe we could see our first decent little Northeast winter storm of the year. Uh, we'll have to see. This could pan out like the Euro and the Canadian has it, and it may not be that big of a deal. But yeah, that's that. So really, the last thing I'm gonna talk about is this next storm system that the GFS is going insane on. Uh, I mean, look at this. This is Saturday evening. This is exactly a week out. Uh, Nice. We got snow all the way down into Oklahoma, the Tulsa area. Now, what I'm talking about right now, this is really just for fun, okay? And I'm gonna like say what I pretty much get out of this at the end. And oh my god. All right, so yeah, Sunday morning, December 12th. Very heavy snow falling even down in the North Georgia. Very heavy rain as well. Lots of wind. This is very interesting, and very heavy snow across the Northeast, right on the back side of this. This is, and then kind of booze out. But what I'm pretty much trying to get from this is, I mean, the GFS, we don't have very much. We have a decent bit of consistency that we could see a storm system next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, that's going to be impacting the East. We have decent consistency when it comes to that. Now, I wouldn't say like if you live in Nashville, you're gonna get snow. No, I don't think that's even gonna happen right now, as of right now. But it's just really not a forecast. This is pretty much what I get from this is that like maybe we could see as we go into the next weekend we could see a storm system impact central and the eastern U.S. Let's go and take a look at the euro though, just see if we have any consistency here between models. And let's get the euro pulled up here. So let me. I'd say I think winds that we're gonna see maybe a little bit a chance of some severe weather in the southeast, in like maybe the Florida Panhandle, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, South Carolina. Potentially, we'll have to see. Okay, yeah, the euro has something very interesting as well. This would be a, yeah, this would definitely be a severe weather outbreak. Uh, if the euro happens, which this is a week out, so I'm not saying this is going to be a severe weather outbreak or anything, but I'm pretty much, I'm just really, it's really interesting to look at this. I don't think we're even okay. I don't even know if we're gonna like see severe weather with this, of course, even if we get a storm system. So I have to see. The euro indicates that, but the euro is not always what happens. And plus, this is a week out, so this is very uncertain still. But still, the euro does show a storm system next Saturday and Sunday. Has it a bit earlier or later than the GFS, so we'll have to see about that and see what we can get out of that if we do get a storm system next weekend. The Canadian, we'll take a look at that for fun real quick. Canadian has something too, has snow all the way down in Alabama. Okay, that's amazing, but I don't think it's gonna happen like that. But I'll have to see. So we'll talk about this again either tomorrow or Monday. But yes, thank you for watching if you did. And I'll be back either tomorrow or Monday. But yes, goodbye.